What's up, beatboxers and non-beatboxers? Colaps here. Today I'm going to tell you how I created one of my GBB21 World League rounds outside. I performed this round against Vokoda in the top 16 battles. I'd personally rank this round as an average one. It's surprising on stage and usually does a good job during battles.
It's because I went outside.
The first thing I want to talk about are the sounds I'm using in this routine. Let's get into it.
It's because I went outside.
It's important to say that I'm not 100% sure about the name of each sound, so I will use my own vocabulary instead. In this round, I'm using some impactful things such as the click roll case snare, the outward vocalized lip vibration, the inward click roll, 2H kick, and the sucker punch. I'm also using sharp and crisp sounds such as the spit snare, the scratched double click, a hip hop voice take, the zipper, Jane's vocalized throat click, and of course a lot of basics. Basics first. It took me approximately 1 month of work spread into several months and a bit more than 20 versions of the round to get to the final version. But what are my inspiration to create this piece?
It's because I went outside.
The first one is Billie Eilish with the famous Bad Guy, mainly for the intro part. It's catchy and very calm at the same time, and that's what I tried to aim for too. Footbox G also inspired me for some spit snare combos, mainly on the second part of the routine.
Check, check, check.
And the whole theme of the routine was inspired by the era we live in right now, #COVID, and some horror movies I watched such as Bird Box or The Mist. The idea is that there is something outside that can drive you crazy, and that's what I named the routine outside. We have the sounds, the inspirations, but what about the structure?
It's because I went outside.
The structure is not very complex and can be divided into 7 parts. My plan was always to use this round as a first round because I'm taking more my time to create an atmosphere and introduce my world to people. That's why I start slowly with some lip vocalized vibrations and some singing to introduce the theme and the story of the round.
Don't go close to the window, my friend. You don't wanna lose your brain. If you wonder why I'm losing my mind, it's because I went outside.
From there, I transitioned to a pretty classic build-up with some kicks, outward lip vibrations, clicks, and sucker punch to create some hype before the drop.
It's because I went outside.
After that, the first drop comes and it's composed of the 2H kick and the click roll case snare for a very impactful and bassy beat, some of my own voice techniques combined with Jane's vocalized throat click, and the scratch double click to bring more spectrum to the drop.
Don't go outside.
Then I transition to a more calm part to bring back the energy level near zero while still creating some atmosphere and interest with little case snare details. Now comes the second build-up. It's composed of a kick, a sucker punch, the ZD tongue suction, and the F hi-hat. It's a bit tricky rhythmically, I don't have the explanation for it, but if some of you can explain that in the comment section, it would be dope.
Hey, don't go go outside.
So I end the build up by saying don't go outside, and that's where we enter the second drop. I needed something that shows how it feels like to be outside. I like to associate this drop to a tornado or a storm, and we would be standing right in the middle of it. Here I'm using the twitch kick and the click roll K-snare for an impactful and bassy beat, a combo of speed snare, clicks, inward high-pitch voice, and some outward vocalized lip vibrations to always keep a melodical part between everything. The last part is not that interesting compared to what's happening before, but I thought it was a nice way to end the round. I'm introducing some new textures while still reusing some previous details to show that it's still part of the same track. Here I'm using the PF snare and some helium-inspired tech, the vocalized lip oscillation for the melodical part, the click roll for the bass part, and I'm reusing some previous details such as voice combos or speed snare combos. And that's how Outside was created. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts about this video. As it's a new format, I'd love to get some feedbacks. And of course, don't hesitate to ask some questions if you have any. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click on the subscribe and like buttons under this video if you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Esh.
This was really immediate. Smosk.